I'm halfway up what's been dubbed the Stairway to Heaven. I'll tell you how it earned its nickname and where you can find it in just a moment. Today, it's family and the outdoors drawing our house-hunting couple towards the English countryside. It proves to be an emotional journey.
You're going to cry, aren't you? It's all right.
But it's not all tears. There's laughter too. Hello, giggling teenager. Today I'm in Warwickshire at Hatton Locks on the Grand Union Canal. There are an incredible 21 locks here, helping boaters climb 150 feet over a distance of nearly 2 miles. It first opened in 1799 and became a vital link in the chain of waterways connecting the Midlands with London. Vessels laden with goods such as coal, sugar and tea would make the difficult journey up the Stairway to Heaven. And that's thought to refer to the sheer relief that boaters would have felt once they reached the top. These days, it's enjoyed by pleasure boaters and has become a natural highway for wildlife, one of the many beautiful sights this county is home to. Landlocked Warwickshire is surrounded by 7 other counties, including Staffordshire and Leicestershire. The region's landscape is an ever-changing canvas of lush meadows, gentle hills and historic buildings. Famous as Shakespeare country, the medieval market town of Stratford-upon-Avon lays claim to being the playwright's birthplace. Born in 1564, it's said that William Shakespeare spent his childhood in this 16th century half-timbered house, returning for the first 5 years of his married life. A natural feature running through the town is the River Avon, which continues its journey to Welford-on-Avon. The village lies in a loop of the river and paints the picture of a truly English country setting. So with its beautiful natural scenery and celebrated architectural treasures, Warwickshire is a perfect destination to take in both cultural heritage and rural splendour. The average cost of a detached home in Warwickshire comes in at £370,000. That's £55,000 above the UK figure. Now, prices do vary substantially across the county. In the Warwick district, you can add more than £100,000 to that. But in market towns like Nuneaton, Bedworth and neighbouring Rugby, you are likely to get more for your money. So let's find out where today's couple want to invest their property pound. Retired head teacher Susie and Lyanne, a logistics manager and former army colonel, have lived in their 5-bedroom detached house in Winchester for 7 years. They tied the knot a decade ago.
We met at a dinner party.
We hit it off straight away and we got together quite quickly after first meeting. She's very bubbly and giggly and a great deal of fun to be with.
And the feeling's mutual.
Great fun, always makes me laugh. I get emotional.
We haven't seen a house yet.
It seems that Susie wears her heart on her sleeve.
If Susie finds a house that she thinks is the house for us, she'll cry, so we'll all know.
Now that Susie has stopped working, the couple have decided to up sticks with their dog Bear and 3 cats and move to the countryside nearer to family up north.
We've got 3 children and 2 of those are 2 daughters who live in Shropshire and Staffordshire, so we want to be closer to them. And that was the main reason, really, because we have grandchildren and we have another little one on the way as well, so that's all exciting.
With Susie's son returning to the UK soon from Singapore, when they find their new home in Warwickshire, they want it to be somewhere all the family can gather and be together.
One of the things I'm so looking forward to is for the children to be able to come on a Sunday and share in a Sunday lunch. I love cooking Sunday lunch. They can all come, have a lovely time, play in the garden and then go home again.
Cooking enthusiast Susie is also a keen gardener and can't wait to spend retirement creating her own garden paradise.
I'm really enjoying my garden and developing new things, and it's exciting.
And Lyanne wants to make sure their new garden has space for something rather large they'll be bringing with them.
We've recently invested in our own swimming pool, but it's just for swim training. So I really would like to find a house where we could actually put that indoors or into an outhouse or have some land to build a pool house. That would be really great.
This active couple are used to relocating, but with their house on the market, they're hoping to only do it one more time.
I was in the British Army for 26 years, and I think in that time I probably moved about 20 times, but also moved all over the world. And we've moved about 5 times since we've been together. But this is intending to be the final time that we will move, and that this will be the house we'll be in forever.
Susie and Lyanne are pretty happy to consider anywhere in Warwickshire, so it seems we have free rein in the county for the search. But before we hit the road, we're catching up to make sure I know exactly what it is they're hoping for in their new home.
Susie and Lyanne, welcome to Warwickshire. We've got some lovely weather for house hunting, haven't we?
We have.
I understand you've both moved a lot. What's different about this move then?
We want this to be our forever home. I think that's the most important thing, and we don't really mind what the house looks like particularly. It's about its location, isn't it, and the garden.
Yeah, we want to try and future-proof the garden for Susie so that she's got lots of gardening that she can do.
I think what I would say about the house is that we've got to be able to have light in the house.
Yeah.
Or the potential to have a lighthouse.
And if we could open it up, that would be great. We tend to live at the back of our house in quite an open plan space. And when everyone comes, despite there having other rooms, everyone tends to be in that one room.
You're coming from a 5-bedroom place. What would you like now?
3 bedrooms minimum, really. But
we
if
could make it bigger.
more.
If it had more, that would be better.
Well, it sounds like you're quite flexible. I hope it's not too impolite to ask who's the fussiest. Oh, yeah, the finger's pointing at you, Susie.
Was it?
Yeah. You're going to be more emotionally connected to the house quicker than I am.
So how much money do we have to spend?
What we want to do is spend no more than $750,000.
We've got some brilliant properties lined up. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Susie and Lyanne are hoping their budget of £750,000 will buy them a light property with a large kitchen, open-plan living area and 3 bedrooms. They're flexible on the style of house and they're not afraid of a project. A substantial garden is key, with the potential to be developed and a space for their pool. Location-wise, they'd like to be rural but not remote, ideally close to a village. We've chosen a varied mix of properties for Susie and Lyanne to see, and I'll only reveal the price of each after they've viewed them. Our final stop to the mystery house will challenge the couple's desire for change, but they won't need to if they like what they see. We're starting our house hunting journey in the north of the county in Burton Hastings. This quiet hamlet has just 5 streets lined with attractive buildings. A good selection of amenities can be found 3.5 miles away, just over the Leicestershire border in the market town of Hinckley. Back in Burton Hastings, we've come to see this red brick double-fronted country cottage.
Welcome to our first property.
Wow. It looks lovely.
And it's got your wisteria.
It's got the wisteria, it's lovely. It's beautiful, the front, yeah.
But you could do a lot
Yeah.
with this, couldn't you?
Yes. So far.
Yeah. I'm a bit concerned that it might not have enough light.
OK. Let's head on in and we'll see what you might want to change.
This charming cottage has the character of a period property, but it's only 33 years old. It was built using reclaimed materials, right down to the bricks from its chimney stacks, which used to belong to the walls of Kenilworth Castle. As we enter the property, we're beginning our tour in the largest reception room, which runs from the front to the back of the house.
This would be your main sitting room.
Indeed.
That silence says a lot, and that indeed says a lot. Come on, Lai.
I think it's a lovely sized room.
Lovely log
Love that.
burner. It's a lovely sized room. And I love the aspect looking out. Even though it's dark with the beams, it feels light and it's got a nice feel about the room.
I'm a little less convinced. I think it's I can see we could lighten it up and obviously make it into our style, but I'm just not sure this room's got. It feels a little closed.
So a mixed bag of reactions to kick off our tour, but there's still plenty more to see. Next stop is the neighbouring kitchen and breakfast room.
Now, you've both spoken about how important the kitchen is. There was a little wince there, Susie.
Yeah, it would have to come out.
Well, it's not our style of kitchen, but it's a lovely kitchen.
It's a beautiful kitchen.
Beautifully done.
I can see that it's got
a range.
A lovely range, yes. Do you know, I think what it is, because it is a big room, it's a perfectly big enough room, it's the ceiling height that is throwing me a little bit. These are low ceilings.
But just around the corner there, what you can't see is a utility room that is the same size as this. It's huge.
That sounds great.
Are you warming to it?
Yes, I am, actually.
Should we head on upstairs? Because that might answer a few of the questions that you have.
Yeah,
yes.
Could make or break this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Given it's a more modern property and therefore not listed, there's plenty of potential for alterations. A dining room and a cloakroom complete the ground floor. Upstairs, a stylish monochrome family bath and shower room services 3 of the 4 bedrooms. There's a bright double with a vanity unit at the front of the house, with another double located at the back. And the smallest is in use as a study. Then just the other side of a roof terrace is the room I'm taking Susie and Lyanne to.
This would be your master.
Yep. It's a big room. They're big rooms, aren't they?
And actually...
And lots of windows.
Again, light. Yeah.
Which is what we wanted.
You've got an ensuite with the master, so that means you've got a really big family bathroom as well, so great when families come in to stay.
Right. I don't feel anything other than this has potential again. It's not how we would have it.
It's a really
good-sized room.
But
I'm still not
convinced
by this house. It's got lots of great things about it, but as a whole, I am not, just for us, convinced yet.
OK.
Should we see the garden? Because that's what...
That's key.
That's the main thing about the move.
Yes,
and maybe...
Yeah, that would be great.
That will swing it.
Thank you.
I'm pleased that Susie and Lyanne are being so honest about both the pluses of this property and their early concerns. But outside should really bring them on board when they see the grounds, which extend to around ½ an acre. The garden is surrounded by mature trees and borders, and a patio area looks out onto the beautifully manicured lawn. Ta-da!
Wow. That is gorgeous. Lovely garden. Yeah,
You could put the pool down here. I mean, you've got the double garage area if you wanted the pool, but you could put the pool somewhere down here as well.
You could maybe build the pool house down here, but it will fit in the double garage.
Yes. Well, let's discuss cost.
Great.
What do you think this property is on the market for?
You go first.
I'm thinking £745,000.
I'm going to go for 700.
Well, you're right. Bang on. It's on the market for offers in the region of £700,000.
Well, that's going to make that tricky, isn't it? A tricky decision.
Yeah.
So it's not out of the
It's
question,
not
is
out
it,
of the
at
question.
that level?
Definitely not.
Why don't you go back into the house and then have a think?
OK.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
This charming character home is priced £50,000 below budget, leaving money left over for Susie and Lyanne to really make their own mark. It gives them a good-sized kitchen breakfast room and 4 bedrooms. Outside, the ½ acre plot is a gardener's delight, and there are options for the pool.
Oh, this is nice. And big.
I like this. I like this.
And nicely done.
Yeah, nice shower. I like the
Nice
tiles.
bath.
I wouldn't change anything here.
No.
I think this is a lovely house. It has a lot of potential for it to be a home. What concerns me is that we wouldn't have the capital to do that.
I thought the garden was lovely, and in fact was just ideal for us and for Susie. So that was a real selling point. So it's definitely still a contender. Yeah, I think we've seen enough.
On to the next house?
Yes.
Warwickshire is famous not only for the striking Tudor architecture lining Stratford-upon-Avon streets, but also for the handsome Elizabethan buildings in the county town of Warwick. One fine example is the timber-framed Lord Leicester Hospital. The building dates back to the late 14th century, but the hospital was founded in the reign of Queen Elizabeth I as a place of retirement for old warriors known as the Brethren. The hospital came under the patronage of the first Earl of Leicester, Robert Dudley. Today, 8 Brethren, retired servicemen, live here in apartments with their wives. Susie and retired Army officer Lyanne have come to meet Heidi Meyer. Ex-military officer Heidi is the master here. She lives on the site and manages it.
Are there any traditions that have survived since Elizabethan times?
Lord Dudley founded the hospital in 1571, and when he did that, he laid down some traditions that he wanted continued. And one of the wonderful traditions we have here is morning prayers. The brethren meet in the chapel, and I, as the master, conduct prayers. And I have to say the exact same words that Robert Dudley laid down 450 years ago.
And the brethren who live here, what do they do in the hospital here?
They're the ones that do the guided tours and talk to people about the history. There is also a ceremonial element. You've seen them in their wonderful Elizabethan robes and hats. But what is particularly interesting is the silver bare and ragged staff that they wear on their robes. These particular bare and ragged staff are the exact same ones that were given to them by Elizabeth I in the 1570s.
Today, almost 450 years later, Heidi is the first female in history to take on the role of master, and one of her jobs is heading a conservation campaign to preserve the stunning site and centuries-old traditions.
Can you tell me what it's like to live here?
It's a great honour to be a master living in this fantastic house. What's really, for me, that I'm reminded of all the time is how many extraordinary people have passed through this house. If you take the Victorians, so this house has seen Charles Dickens visit, Oscar Wilde, Rossetti, Elgar, just a string of really extraordinary people.
It's not just the bricks and mortar here that have a long and fascinating past. The 500-year-old gardens do too. The Master's Garden is divided from the top garden by an ancient Egyptian urn, gifted to the hospital by the Earl of Warwick in the 1700s. Historically, the top garden has grown the produce cooked in the Brethren's kitchen, which is then served in the Great Hall. In times gone by, the Brethren would have tended the gardens here, but today it's gardener Sandra Jebb.
What sort of produce do you grow here?
We grow all the root crops, beans, peas, soft fruits, herbs.
Gosh, wide collection then.
Yes.
The kitchen garden is surrounded by original Victorian box hedging from the 1800s, and the topiary dividing the fruit and vegetable plots began life as cuttings from the hedge. Sandra's showing Lyanne and Susie how the topiary keeps its shape.
The easiest way to do it is actually sectioning the topiary in a crisscross fashion. My first topiary tweaking.
There we are. That one's coming on.
Thank you so much for helping me in the garden today.
It's been a pleasure, thank you very much indeed.
Having inspired Susie and Lyanne at one of the most historic gems in the county, here's hoping we can find them a splendid garden to call their own. It's the second day of our Warwickshire house hunt, seeking out a country pad for Susie and Lyanne from Winchester to make their own. With their budget of £750,000, they're hoping for an open-plan property with a substantial garden. Still to come, there's a mystery house set in an oasis.
It feels right. I do feel that sense of peace almost.
And I'll be trying my rather unstable hand at pot throwing.
Nearly dropped it.
Nearly dropped it.
Today we have 2 more homes to show Lyanne and Susie. With our mystery property, we're going to test their statement that they're fairly flexible about the house itself. But before that, we have a property to show them that really tips the scales in another direction altogether.
Our next property stop is the village of Brinklow, towards the north of Warwickshire. The village sits on the Old Foss Way, a Roman road that linked Exeter to Lincoln. There's an attractive high street and a good selection of local amenities, including a village hall, a post office and 3 pubs. Just a couple of minutes walk away is our next property. Ta-da!
I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm a bit stunned.
I know, excited. Again, excited, I want to get in. It looks as if it's in an amazing plot.
And it looks quirky.
The house is in the middle of the village of Brinklow, and I wanted to give you the option of village life. The house itself dates back to the 1700s, but as you can see, there have been extensions put on.
Yep.
And as we go through the house, we'll see why. Let's get inside.
OK.
This village house is a perfect blend of old meets new, which still retains many original features from its 18th century roots. We're starting our tour in the kitchen, which wraps round into a dining area and sitting room. This really could be the heart of the home Susie and Lyanne are looking for.
How's this for a living space?
Lovely. I think
Yeah,
it's
this
lovely.
is really the kind of thing, I think.
Yeah.
I think you might be loving it a little.
Yeah.
OK.
You do know her better than she knows herself. And the bonus with the downstairs of this property is you've got 2 additional rooms to this space. So you've got a really lovely sized office, it's light and airy, and then another maybe more formal living room.
Right.
Sounds really exciting.
And I was concerned about the traffic noise when I arrived.
But you can't hear it now.
I can't hear it. It's not making me feel, this is, I can hear the traffic. It's nice to know that I can't.
Great, what a wonderful start. Let's explore more.
Next door to the kitchen, there's a utility room. We're heading upstairs to the sleeping quarters, where there are 4 bedrooms and a fabulous family bathroom, which really makes a statement. The rooms are all doubles, with 2 looking out to the front of the house, and there's a dual aspect room at the back. I'm keen to get their opinion on the master, which is found at the end of a bright hallway.
Hello, giggling teenager.
I love it. And of course, it's done in quite dark colours, and our current
Which we love,
bedroom
the grey.
is done
It's
in very
lovely.
dark colours. Decor doesn't matter because you can change all that, but it's just interesting that it's done in that style.
I love this room. I think it's a lovely room. I love the 2 windows and the outlook, of course.
This
which
really
is
shows
beautiful.
off the garden from
Yeah,
here.
it's
This is
lovely.
why this is a fantastic master, because you get to look out onto that
Yeah.
every single morning.
Yeah, and an ensuite,
An ensuite shower room,
which is
exactly.
really good. It feels really lovely up here. I like the feel of this house.
Yes, I do like the feel of this house.
Great. There's plenty more to see.
OK.
There certainly is, and I think Susie and Lyanne will be pleasantly surprised as we step outside, where I want to show them an unexpected feature that comes with this property, a self-contained annex.
That's amazing. It's fantastic.
It's really big.
And to be fair, has the best view of the garden here, so you might want to move in here
I know.
yourself. You really have a lot of options. You could
Yeah.
put the pool here.
Yeah.
It could be a summer house for you guys, but because it has all the facilities of someone living here,
It's got a kitchen, so it's got the
It's
power
got all
and
the
the light
amenities,
and the...
yeah. And that actually can release the house
Yeah.
to do more things with
Yeah.
upstairs if we wanted to do that.
Are you getting more excited about the house?
I love the whole thing. I really do. There's just the main road outside.
that's the compromise.
That is the compromise.
There aren't many others because everything else on paper really works for you guys. Let's head on outside and we'll have a think about how much that bothers you and whether it is something you can compromise on. And talk about price.
Oh.
The garden extends to just over half an acre with an expansive lawn, mature trees and shrubs and various areas to enjoy the gorgeous setting. There's also a garage, a carport and a garden shed.
Right. How much is this house on the market for?
I think this house is the top of the budget. I don't want it to be, but I think it is £750,000.
OK, you think I've eaten your whole budget? Lyanne?
I think that you might have been a little naughty because we're so picky. And therefore I'm going to go that it's over our budget at £765,000. I hope I'm wrong.
Lucky for you, you are.
Marvellous.
You're going to love me. It's on the market for £650,000.
You're going to cry, aren't you? It's all right. It's all right. But that's unbelievable.
Are these happy tears?
Yes, they are.
Good. At least you know you have
Yeah.
£100,000 from what you gave us to make any changes if you needed to. But also, this house is ready to move into, the garden is ready to move into.
And I know we said we don't care what style it is. It does make life easier.
But you did.
No, but it does make it easier if it's more in keeping with your to be able to move in, and then that gives you options to do other things. And I think that's what this really would give us.
Have a wander around, discuss it between you two, and really take your time.
Thank you.
Take
We
your
will.
time.
We will.
And I'll come and meet you soon.
Thank you very much.
This 18th century character cottage not only leaves them £100,000 left over, it also has the kitchen and living space Susie and Lyanne have dreamed of, along with other benefits. It provides 4 bedrooms plus a self-contained annex. With the garden extending to over half an acre, Susie can get busy outdoors, and there's also plenty of space to install the pool.
Oh, I think it's beautiful. There are so many well-established plants that you could use as a base for your structure. The wall garden, can you imagine having your own walled garden?
Oh, you wanted a walled garden?
This is a fantastic house. It is my dream house and my dream garden. I think it's beautiful.
Well, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. But I think later on today I might have to be visiting soundproofing building merchants to see if I can just reduce the sound of the road for Susie.
Can you bear to leave?
I'd like to look round again. Yeah.
You'll have to come back and do that.
Okay.
It's time to hit the road.
Okay.
For our last property stop to the Mystery House, we're off to the village of Hatton in the middle of Warwickshire. Locals and visitors can meander along the banks of the Grand Union Canal, passing its numerous locks, and also make use of 2 village pubs. The Holy Trinity Church was rebuilt in 1888 and designed by the architect William Younger, who also designed the better-known War Office in London and Glasgow Town Hall. A short stroll away is our mystery property. Susie and Lyanne may love a project, but I hope they can love this house just the way it is.
Wow. Interesting.
When we first met, you talked about how the move was motivated by family and actually the garden was almost the most important thing. But I think the house is also very important to you both. Do you not agree?
Yeah, I think.
Yes, it is.
With the mystery property, are you able to go in and not immediately want to knock walls down? Is she able to do that, Susie?
We can try.
Try and look at it as it
Yes.
is and see if you could live in it as it is.
Okay,
It's going to be a challenge, I know. Do you accept it?
we do.
Let's go.
This attractive red brick property dates back over 200 years, with an extension added 36 years ago. It used to be a bakery and still retains some clues of its former life. We've entered through the hallway, which leads to the kitchen, one of the oldest parts of the house, and an important space for Susie.
The kitchen was only done 4 years ago.
You can see.
That's why it looks so new. Now, I know you like open plan kitchen, diner / living rooms. You don't get that with this house, but what you do get is a lot of flow, which means that you can block bits off if you want privacy, or open up the whole house.
Okay. It's a lovely light room. It's not big, but it is very light.
It's beautifully done. This is a kitchen, and there's a dining bit in it, but it's quite small.
We can compromise. Yeah.
Are you knocking down walls in your head?
No,
yet?
I know you told me not to, so I'm not.
Let me show you the flow. I'm
Okay.
talking about.
Next door to the kitchen is a dining room with access to the garden, and beyond that is a large square reception room, home to a little bit of history.
It's quite a grand living room.
This is a lovely room. Look at the ceiling.
Look at the A-frame you have here.
Yeah.
Beams.
Beams. Can you deal with these beams?
Yeah,
Oh, they're
yeah,
beautiful.
They're beautiful.
And also,
Yep.
evidence of what this building once was, which was a
Yes.
bakery, because there's a baker's oven
Oh, wow.
just over
Right.
there next to the fireplace. And up there, interestingly, is a window from one of the bathrooms.
Okay.
So you can just order your sort of
Okay.
glass of wine from up there.
From the
Darling.
bar.
Exactly.
How interesting.
There are some nice little quirks to this place.
Yeah.
You've already seen a staircase as we entered. There's another staircase just here.
I've
so
noticed it. Yeah.
That's
Very
how,
I
we,
haven't noticed
that's how we'll head upstairs.
The two staircases are located at either end of the house, and as well as the 3 rooms we've already seen, also on the long, lean ground floor are 3 other rooms. There's a cosy space for family leading onto a beautiful wood-framed conservatory, and a hallway leads to an annex bedroom. But we're on our way to the first floor, where there are 2 bedrooms and a family shower room. There's a spacious double room with a lovely window allowing light to flood in. Then there's the largest, with a feature beamed ceiling.
The master suite
Okay.
with the ensuite with the window that looks
Yeah.
out onto the living room.
This is quite a big room.
It's a big room.
Deceptively.
Yes.
And you feel like you're in the country,
Yes.
but you don't have the small cottage feel.
No.
Yeah.
Is the house starting to make sense?
It's odd because we've just come up one set of stairs. So
But do you see how it does all flow,
Yeah.
one room
Yes,
into the other,
yeah.
into the other? You don't have to go back out
No,
into
no.
a
No.
sort of corridor.
No, it's not clumsy at all in
No.
terms of its flow.
I'm glad that Susie and Lyanne are able to appreciate our mystery house just the way it is, as we take the staircase at the other end of the property to head downstairs and out through the conservatory. The garden is mainly laid to lawn and surrounded by trees, and includes a patio area, 2 sheds and a summer house.
What do you think of the garden? Not quite half an acre.
No, but big enough. It feels right. It's in the right, definitely in the right
in the
place.
right place.
And that makes, for me, that makes a big difference. I do feel that sense of peace almost that I wanted to get.
With this move.
Yeah.
I'm really loving the house.
Are
actually.
you?
Yes, and I think I could live in it for a while. I need a pen and paper
To do the
to draw it out.
to do the reconstruction that she inevitably will do. How much would it cost you though?
Well, since we're back in South Warwickshire, I think this is on the market towards the top end of our budget. So I'm going to go £725,000.
Okay. Susie?
Now I'm going above you because
Oh.
I think we're right at the top of our budget. So I would be going for £750,000.
Susie wins.
Yep.
Absolutely spot on. We have used up
All of our money.
all the budget that you've given me. Even though I've used all your money, I know you want to reconstruct. So go, I give you permission.
Thank you.
Go and
Fiona.
bang on walls. Well, they love it. Even though it's at the top of their budget, they love it. And they can see themselves living in it. There you go.
Granted, our 19th century mystery house is priced at the top of the budget, leaving no scope to make changes, but it certainly gives Susie and Lyanne a spectacular setting, which they love. There's a great dining kitchen and a further 3 reception rooms, plus the striking conservatory. There are 3 bedrooms and a secluded garden, which would provide the perfect project for green-fingered Susie.
I really love this house, and I like where it is, and I think it's an ideal property for us. It's really a great house.
I think this house works for us. I can certainly see us living here. It's in a beautiful location, set in a wonderful garden. It challenges us because I know it's at the top of our budget and I know there are things that we would like to do with it, but I still think that we could live here and it could be our forever home.
So do you love it as it is?
I think we can live in it as it is.
I certainly think we can live in it as it is.
We've
I
got
love
so much to talk about, haven't we? Let's go.
Warwickshire's geology provides the clay which makes much of the county's brick architecture. But one local family has been using the area's clay to produce beautiful handmade terracotta pots for over 4 decades. Adam Keeling is the production manager and head thrower at Wychford Pottery. It's his family's business, which was founded in 1976 and uses traditional methods passed down through generations.
Your pots are handmade. What else makes them so special?
The design and the fact that they are frostproof.
How do you ensure they are?
It's a combination of things. So we produce all our own clay, which is no small feat. We use 3 different clays. One of them is very local, and it's a combination of firing temperature, porosity, and the clay bodies we use.
It's like the family recipe.
It is a recipe, tried and tested many times.
The pots here are fired to 1,060 degrees Celsius. The intense heat causes a chemical reaction, which, along with the carefully chosen clay recipe, makes the structure of the pots strong enough to withstand freezing temperatures. The special clay blend is produced here.
The clay's just outside that door,
OK.
in its raw form, straight out of the ground.
Yeah.
And it then is mixed with water in a glorified food blender, essentially, a massive one,
Huge
that tank
one.
over there. It's sieved, so any impurities are sieved out, and it's then stored in a big holding tank, and we have to remove the water again. So it's a pure clay in a liquid form called a slip. The slip is then pumped into a big machine called a filter press, and that squeezes out the water through cloths.
How long does the whole process of making your clay take?
From start to finish probably takes about 2 months, because we like the clay to age. It needs to sit for as long as it can, really. It improves the clay.
15 artisan workers use about 5 tons of clay here every week to make around 1,500 flower pots. And next on the agenda for me is learning how to throw my very own pot.
Adam, I've not been anywhere near anything like this in school.
Nothing's changed about the wheel for many thousands of years, apart from the fact that this one is operated by electricity.
OK.
It's just the same as a car accelerator.
I was going to say sewing machine pedal, but that sounds
sewing
better.
machine pedal.
It's just
fine.
like a car accelerator.
A little bit of water.
On
What
both
you're trying
hands?
to do, both hands and the lump of clay. You can apply the foot to the pedal.
Ooh, too fast.
Yeah, so
Steady.
not too fast. You can go a bit faster than that. And what you're trying to do is centre the clay. So much faster than that. That's it, that's it. That's about the speed. So it's nearly centred, so then you can push it down. So the next stage is to make a depression in the centre.
Right.
And then you can push your fingers, if you put your fingers on the inside, and then go right the way down to the bottom.
All the way to the bottom?
Go on. And then you're going to draw your hand towards you to form the base of the pot.
OK. It's so not easy. It looks easy. Feels wobbly.
It's a gentle, gentle, even pressure.
Yes.
That movement was called a pull. 3 of them are needed to give my pot height and its basic form, with a little help from Adam.
Now you just trim up the bottom a bit.
OK.
So this is the last pull. So a little bit of water, and then very gently, I just want you to draw it up. So slow the wheel down, slow the wheel down. You can see how hard it is.
I had no doubt, but this is proof how hard it is. Maybe you can save it.
I'm not sure I can. I think it's even beyond my powers.
Oh, gosh.
I can maybe...
Oh, no. Look.
You've...
Have faith. Have faith.
This is called ribbing.
Right. What does it do?
We're smoothing off the throwing lines. OK, so...
You've sort of saved
I've
it.
kind of salvaged it. So What I want you to do now is stop the wheel, and then if you take this is a roulette. So this is a very old way of putting either a pattern or written words on the side of a pot. From the inside, just apply a little bit of pressure. Almost.
Almost.
And stop. Perfect.
So how many more years of training do you think I'll need?
I would say about 3.5, at least. Lift it up,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
it.
here we go.
You can lift it off, put it up. Nearly dropped it.
Nearly dropped it.
And there we go.
My creation will need up to 3 weeks to dry before it's fired. Some of the pots are then dipped in glaze and fired again. It's been such a treat to get a hands-on insight into this family's heritage.
Time to find out if Lyanne and Susie have been able to make any decisions. Well, I'd say we've had a productive day. What do you think?
Very good day.
Right, let's get straight to the point about the house in the village. Can you make it work with the road?
I have come to the conclusion that I could not live with the noise of the traffic.
But you cried about the village house.
I know. But I would always be thinking about the road, and I like peace, so it wouldn't work.
Before we went into the mystery, I asked you to try and see if it would work as it is because I knew it was at the top of your budget. Do you think you could live in it as it is?
I think over time we would probably want to change it, but there's so much I could do outside to keep me busy in terms of the garden. It does only have the 3 bedrooms, but I think one of the things that you have helped us with is looking at a house for us.
No, I think that's right. I think we could live with it, and I think there are still things we can do to that house. It's just about finding now how we would finance them, and there'll be a way.
How serious are you about it then?
I think we are definitely going to have another look at it. We love the area, so I think one of the things we need to do is get our walking boots on, get the dog up and see how it feels.
And whether it might be right to put an offer in?
Yes.
Because would you have gone to see the mystery house on your own?
No. Lai would have taken one look at the plans because she always looks at the plans, the floor plans first, and then makes a decision based on the floor plans and what she can knock out.
Has this made you hungrier to move soon?
Yes.
Yes, I think
Definitely.
it has.
Well, good luck, and let me know how you get on. I feel like I'm part of this now.
Well, and thank you very much, Sonali. It's been really good.
It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, it's been quite a journey with Lyanne and Susie. At the beginning of our search, they had prioritised the garden and space for the family, and by the end, they had realised the importance of finding a home that would be right for when it was just the 2 of them as well. And I'm so glad that we were able to open up their minds by showing them a property they would have discounted themselves. After all, the mystery house ended up being their favourite, and we wish them well with their hunt for a home here in Warwickshire.
If you'd like to escape to the country in England, Northern Ireland, Scotland or Wales and need our help, you can apply online at bbc.co.uk/beonashow.